afternoon, everyone. My name is Samantha Mowat. I'm a clairvoyant psychic and a contactee, and today I'd like to discuss with you an event that happened to me in July 2013. During this event, I was in Duncan, British Columbia to attain my Reiki Level 1. And in order to attain your Reiki Level 1, you have to go through something that is known as a Reiki Attunement. And this attunement will align your chakras and allow for blocks to be released. Sorry, mosquito really likes me right now. So, in order to go through an attunement, you must first typically do about a half-hour, hour-long meditation to get the vibrational frequency changed. Here you go. So, when this was happening, I found it very easy to get into a very relaxed state during my meditation, and when my Reiki master went behind me, in order to give me my attunement, she started at my root chakra. And as she started there, I found that I very quickly astral projected out of my body. And although I had a conscious awareness of what was occurring with my physical body, as my Reiki master was working on my root chakra, realigning the energies, clearing blocks, and putting a massive amount of energy into that location, I was pulled over to this other world, which looked very similar to like a crystalline kingdom. The vibration was very high, everything felt very light and harmonious. It felt like a safe place right away. And while I was looking around in this location, I saw this tall, willowy being, and as she approached me, I noticed that she looked very crystalline. She had long hair, but her hair was not as our hair is, where each strand is separate and has a bit of a life of its own. It appeared as though hers is all one unit, like they were all connected and that she had more conscious control over what was going on. Oh, butterfly. Sorry. Anyway, getting back to this, as my Reiki master was moving the energy, this being was guiding me through this energetic alignment. When my Reiki master was working my root chakra, this being was showing me the red of iron, and I was able to have a taste of what the color red is. So from my understanding with the color red, I was able to taste the iron of blood. And then this being was really fascinating because as she was showing me these colors, she was giving me a deeper understanding about them. I could feel the energy going to my root chakra expanding to such a point that it was going beyond my body, beyond the room. It went as far as beyond the island, the province, bigger than our country, until it encompassed the entire way around the earth. And I thought this was such a fascinating experience to be able to see these things while with this being, and then while my Reiki master is working on me. And the next thing that happened was she went up to my sacral chakra, which is your second chakra, and it is associated with the color orange. And for me, it was really cool because all of a sudden I could see this wild herd of ponies just connecting, like they're running as a unit, as though they're all interconnected. And as they ran across the earth, I was shown other various life. I was shown other animals, and I was shown the connection I have to my children, my family, and this being was explaining to me, you must see the connection of all life, the connection between yourself as a human, to the connection you share with the animals, to the connection you share with each other human on this planet. And that was absolutely amazing and beautiful, and I was really glad to have this energy changing and moving, and her explaining a deeper awareness of the energetic connection. The next thing that I was really experiencing with that was my Reiki master moved up to about my belly button area, and for those of you who know your chakras, know that is your solar plexus. And as my Reiki master is working on my solar plexus, this being was showing me the color yellow. She was showing it not just as the flat yellow which we typically think of, like just the flatness of buttercups, that type of thing. She was showing me the diversity of it. I could smell lemons. I could really taste the yellow of the world. It was absolutely magnificent. And then the next thing she brought me into was this really small village that was in the mountains, and she showed this village being in a fog, and as I could feel the energy growing and expanding in my solar plexus, this being began to show the fog lifting away from this village, and it having the heat of the sun and clarity coming back. And she was explaining that when people have a good understanding of who they are, their solar plexus is cleared, and she was explaining the connection between the chakras and colors and auras and how it affects our lives. the next thing that occurred after that was the color green. And green was totally different even unto itself, because with the color green, she showed my chakra, my heart chakra, the outer heart chakra, not the inner heart chakra, so green, not pink, expanding not only the entire planet, but the green was so vivid, and the colors were really swirling with this one, and it was like, the best way I could describe it is it was like a vortex of colors intermingling and connecting and really growing and changing. And as she was showing me this, she was trying to remind me to have love for all things on this planet, that is what our planet needs to heal, is to connect back to that love vibration, that love essence that we all share. She said you can find this within children very easily, but that as we grow, we tend to forget it. And that is what is needed at this time, is to reconnect to love. Now, indigo was different again, and as she had shown me that, I got such a fascinating thing going on, because I felt a strong sense of peace, and she was showing me that with indigo, the colors coming down. Oh, sorry, my guys just told me I forgot blue, but I'll get to that in a second. When she had showed me blue, it was different, because she showed me water and the life essence. She showed me bubbles, and she showed me just how the blue energy was so strong with communication. She was showing water being all around my body and encompassing, and it was just such a fascinating experience to go through. Sorry to go back to indigo, but my guys are saying to go back to that now. When I was at the indigo, I was having that sense of peace and calmness and tranquility, but then she had showed almost, it was kind of like geometric shapes coming in, the connection of things, finding how things are all interrelated and have secret meaning and connection in all things through the communication. And I know you think blue, throat chakra, communication, but she's saying there was a lot of connection and communication through our psychic abilities. And with white just blew me out of the water when she did this one. As my Reiki master was having energy coming in and dropping the Reiki symbols into my mind, into my energetic field, so that I could start using them and working with them, I had this huge surge of white energy erupting out of my crown chakra, and I could see it with my physical eyes, and I could see it within my third eye while I was astral projecting. It was such a different experience, because it looked like this giant star came out. This white mass of energy that was very star-like, that had a beam of energy coming behind it, and it went straight upwards and towards space, and it was such a mind-boggling experience. And after that had happened, this being sent me love, and she helped me get back towards my body. And you're wondering, okay, why are you telling me about your Reiki experience? Well, I want for you to understand the correlation between your psychic abilities and energy work, and how working on yourself and going through healing, that's my puppy, different healing techniques are going to help you really connect to these multidimensional beings. She had such a wonderful vibration, and she helped me to use all of my different psychic senses to really connect and communicate. And for those of you who choose to pursue healing techniques, you will find you may have things like a Reiki guide, or you may have different beings that are here to help you and connect with you and work with you, depending upon what form of energetic technique you use, be it quantum touch or other things of that nature. Well, that was my first experience with more of a crystalline being. There have been others, and I'll get to them with time, but I think we're going to have rain soon because it's getting quite windy. I wish you peace, love, and light. Have a nice day. Bye! Hello everyone. My name is Samantha Mowat. I'm a clairvoyant psychic and a contactee, and it's starting to get windy. Oops, I'm going to restart.